Hello friends, welcome to CS Tutorials. Today we'll be solving LeetCode problem number 4, median of two sorted arrays. We're given two sorted arrays, nums1 and nums2 of size mn, so they are not gonna always have the same size. Essentially, that's what it's trying to say. Um, Find the median of the two sorted arrays. Time complexity should be log m of n plus n. Um, and both of them are not going to be empty at the same time. We can't have both of them empty essentially. So nums2 can be empty and we just have nums1 filled with stuff, or nums1 be empty and nums2 be filled with stuff. Essentially, that's the assumption for this. So in order to solve this correctly, we're gonna use a helper function, which we're going to use to help merge both array 1 and array 2 into one array. Then we find the median and we return the median. And we have two examples here. In this one, after a merger, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, which is an odd number, as compared to this other one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And in the example here for 1, 2, 3, the median is just 2. As compared to for this one, we have to add this value plus this value and divide it by 2 to be able to calculate to find the median. And we're going to be returning a double. Without wasting too much time, we're just going to go ahead and start writing this code. So as I said, we're going to be returning um, uh, my we're going to be using a helper function. And our helper function, we're going to call it merge. We're passing nums1 and we're passing nums2. And assuming that worked correctly, we'll see we get the length of this um, new array, and we also gonna be returning a double median equal to 0. When we're done, we just want to return median. I'll say if our len mod 2 is equal to 0, then we want to say we don't want to calculate the median. It should be equal to len divided by 2, which means if len is equal to 0, then we're even. The count of elements in the merged array is even. And then our median is we have to consider the two, for example, in this place, we have to consider 2 and 3, which is what we're essentially going to do here. And to do that, we'll say r of mid minus 1 plus r of mid divided by 2.0, and that does the magic for us. Else, if it's not even, what do we want to do? Our mid is still equal to len divided by 2. And our median at this point is only equal to array of mid. Right. And without wasting time, we will write our merge function method right now, and then we can come back and address and probably talk through the code a little bit. So we're going to say we need to, okay, I need to remind myself we're writing a merge function. We're taking in int nums1 int nums2. So in order to solve this properly, we can essentially write a merger any kind of way, essentially any kind of way. But for the sake of this video, we're just gonna go through this way in nums of 1 dot length, and we get the length of the second array. We'll call it len2 equal to nums 2.length. And we're gonna need a new array R, which we'll use to store this new um, merged array. It's gonna have size of length 1 plus length 2, right? But we also need something. We need something that's gonna help us to keep count and iterate through the elements in the new array, and also something that'll help us stay within bounds for num1 and num2 array. So we'll just call this L1 for nums1, L2 for nums2, and then count for the array. So while our L1 is less than len1 and L2 is less than len2, if nums of 1, L1, is less than nums of 2, oh no, nums2, L2, then R of count plus plus will be equal to nums 1, L1 plus plus. Else our R of count plus plus again, because we're post incrementing, we go to nums2, L2 plus plus. And we want to make sure that we're not leaving any elements in any of our arrays, and we're considering, say, for this one, we're going through this L1 and it's less than len1, L2 less than len2. By the time we get here, after the first entry, essentially, we have 1, 2. We want to make sure we're not disregarding this 3. So anything that's left in len1 or len2, we want to add it to our array. Because at the end of this loop, either L1 or L2, nums1 or nums2 can have something left in it, but not both of them. So if nums1 is not equal to len1, then what do we want to do? We want to keep adding post increments. We want to keep adding them into our array, a new array. And we're going to do the same for L2 not equal to len2, then array of count plus plus will be equal to nums2 of L2 plus plus. Essentially, once we're done with this, we want to return R. And let me run this so we can see if this works. If we don't, okay, we misspelled length. 24, we misspelled length, as always. And you see we have the correct answer. Let's submit this, and we have the solution is correct. And if you go through this, all we're doing here, we call our merge method, which helps us to merge nums1 and nums2 into a new array. We find the middle element, and if it's even, we have to consider